Mambo ni matatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. And for this particular video, kindly let me know the name of the specific county you are in right now, because it's going to form the basis of this analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, in this video today, I want us to look at the region, some of the regions which will never vote for William Ruto in 2027, and whether those regions can actually make William Ruto a one-term president. I've identified those regions based on the current political situation in the country. We all know that politics is dynamic and it keeps changing each and every day. But currently, if elections were held, these regions will not vote for Ruto. I've categorized them based on several factors. One of them is the presidential candidates and also the politics of betrayal. I've identified the Gusii region as one of the regions where William Ruto will not get votes in 2027 in case Fred Matiang'i will be on the ballot. I've also identified the Ukambani region. That one is out of reach for William Samoei Arap Ruto in 2027. I've also identified Mount Kenya. Now let me break for you these regions, why I strongly believe that they can actually stop Ruto from being re-elected unless William Ruto is going to be very, very strategic in his approach. Let us begin by looking at Mount Kenya. And because I've always told you that politics is a game of numbers, I want us to look at numbers. Let me split Mount Kenya into two. Mount Kenya, we have Mount Kenya East and we have Mount Kenya West. Mount Kenya East has 3 or 4 counties. We have Meru, Tharaka, and Embu. Those 3 counties in Mount Kenya East have a total of 1.34 million votes. For example, Meru has 772,000 votes, Tharaka has 231 votes, and Embu has 334,000 votes. If you add those totals, they come up to 1.34 million votes. Do you think those regions will vote for William Ruto? I doubt. Maybe Tharaka. William Ruto will not even get the threshold of 25% in those 3 counties. That's something which is not very clear, especially Embu and Meru. So we are talking of 1.3 there. Then we have Mount Kenya West, which is now the worst for the president. In Mount Kenya West, we have Nyandarua County, Nyeri County, Kirinyaga County, Murang'a County, and Kiambu County. Those counties have a total of 3.1 million votes. you know, I'm talking of those numbers because politics is a game of numbers. Nyandarua has 361, Nyeri has 481, Kirinyaga has 376, Murang'a has 620, Kiambu has 1.27 million votes. In the last election, these counties, including the ones in the West, voted for William Ruto almost to a man. In 2027, these counties are not going to give William Ruto the votes. Now we had 1.34, now we had 3.1. If you add that, comes to 4.4 million votes from Mount Kenya. Those votes, you remove them from what William Ruto got in the last election. Now, then we have some other interesting counties like Laikipia and Nakuru. Do you think Laikipia will vote for Ruto or it will go off? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah. But Nakuru is predominantly Kikuyus. They are Kalenjin part of it. But the majority of the voters in Nakuru County will vote for Ruto. Nakuru has 1.05 million registered voters as at last election. If most of them will not vote for Ruto, it means although Ruto will get 25% threshold in Nakuru, but majority of them will not vote for Ruto. Then there's another count here, which for me is very interesting. There is Kajiado. How will Kajiado vote? Because Kajiado is Masai, but the Kikuyus have invaded the area. The Kisis have also invaded the area. In the last election, I think Raila Odinga won the presidential votes in Kajiado because of the Masais and the Kisis. Ruto had the support of the Kikuyus in Kajiado. So I don't know how they will vote. Then there's Nairobi County. Nairobi County has 2.4 million votes. I want to give the mountain almost half. Let's give them 1.1. So which means Ruto will have to try and compete against that, because 1.1 in Nairobi will not vote for him from the start. Then how will Nairobi vote? That's significant. The Gen Z is going to play a very important role in how Nairobi will vote. Raila Odinga will also play important role on how Nairobi will vote. The Western Alliance. So Nairobi, Ruto will not perform better than he did in the last election. Those numbers are going to go down a bit. So I don't know whether that will affect him much. But now let us go to the next region, because we talked of Mount Kenya East and West. Those are done. Ruto will not get them. Now we go to Ukambani. Ukambani, if Kalonzo will be on the ballot, they will not vote for Ruto. And that's why it's important for Ruto to persuade Kalonzo to join him. The 3 counties of Ukambani has total of registered 1.6. So if they leave Ruto, then you have Mount Kenya East West 4.4, then 1.6, that you are talking of 6 million already. 6 million already. Then you have the Kisii region, where now we have the 2 counties, that is Kisii and Nyamira. They'll form 960. And remember, the population of Kisii are all over. They are in Trans Nzoia, they are in Bungoma, they are in Kisumu here, they are in Nairobi, they are in Kajiado, they are in Narok. You get it? So, for William Ruto, in my view, in 2027, unless something radical happen, he might not get re-elected. Unless something happens. Because I've looked at the Western bloc, that is the Luos and the lawyers, yeah, their total votes comes to around 4.3. Will they vote for Ruto? Because if they were to vote for Ruto, then they'll cover the Mount Kenya East and West. Then means then that Ruto will now have to go to coast and ensure that he stops Rigathi and Kalonzo from coast. Remember, coastal region, the Kambas and Kikuyus are also there. I don't know what to think. Do you think William Ruto can win the presidency minus those voting bloc? Let me read your comments. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.